Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What we got going on here is market is in sync on the short side. Rallies are shortable on the swing trade basis, and we're looking for short direction with a target of 816. We hit that level to the tick, and then we came back up. Good morning, Becca. Good morning, Gordy. Good morning, Marty. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Safe. How are you, buddy? All right, so opening range. Let me draw that chart for you. Values are 960 to, let's call it 846, and mid All right, so we're looking here and we're getting a bit of a reaction. So this is the opening range, and we're looking, and the market's starting to expand under that level, and they're putting a captain setup short on 50 NT Rinko. So that's a bit of a negative behavior. Market retesting harmony zone number 1. So top of the hour, we have pending home sales, Richmond manufacturing index, and that's going to be a bit of a market mover at the top of the hour. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Hey, Adam. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? So we're back and forth in and around the top end, the bottom end of the opening range, and what we're seeing here is just, I mean, they had a captain set up. They walked it back up to the middle of this opening range, and they're backing off of it. So that's a negative behavior. That's a short behavior. Here we go. This is the zone in which the in between the two mids opening ranges, and that is an area of resistance. So you gotta the shorts gotta protect the 920. They gotta protect the 994, and if that continues, a breakdown to 808 and 750 is what's next for us. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Yeah, we're getting a push lower here. So that's kind of what we were talking about is that continued pressure. That continued pressure against those two mids is what typically will get you a push in a direction, either on as a support or as resistance. And you could see the market coming up to that middle of the range and boom, selling. They did it multiple times. Now you're going to be testing a whole number, and most likely we're going to bounce off of that a little bit for the shorts to reload. Target is hit. Next target for us is that 766. 766. Next target, 766 is coming up. Target is hit. Next target is 741. Fast and furious, it's coming. Here you go. Good job, Gordy. Let's go look back at that. I mean, we were talking about it here. Boom. See that zone? Hit it. Hit it multiple times. Put a captain setup, rolled it over just a little bit, and then took everybody down to that 750 and better. Target is hit. Next target is 691. Hot dog, man. I mean, they're selling it. They're selling it hard. Next target 66 and a quarter. Yeah, they're trying to stabilize it here. They're trying to stabilize it, so just watch out for a potential counter. So we're at target number 6, which is really extended. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to 720 and retest. Here you go. I rather be short than long, but you're getting a counter trend here. I mean, a little bit of it. Okay. Didn't quite get up to harmony zone number one. I'm looking for rallies to short into this market. All right. That's a bit of a reversal. Okay. Testing harmony zone number two, but the way it's testing it, it's very strong. So that's just a high with a captain setup. Let's see if they put on another reversal. Nope. Okay, so now the market shifted. Pullbacks are buyable on a scalping basis with a target of 716 and a quarter. So they're gonna try to back and fill. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed, fast. Range right now is expanding on the long side. I mean, we had such a massive push lower. I mean, the market is just coming back to refill some of that distance. So we may end up seeing like the 65-85 range here, and we'll see if the market comes back in with more shorts at that time. Here comes at 50. Target hit. Next target is 791. So we're seeing some waves in this market today. We have 5 minutes to the news. Yeah, I wouldn't fight this market, man. This is just volatile, and and they're holding their bids. Like in the pullback, you would like here would be a place to start looking into a short. But granted that the market does one thing, which is come in and break 730. If you break 730, then the 200 and the 100 are out of sync, and then that will give you a window to explore on the short side. Right now, just the market is straight up relative to where we've been. Come on, Adam. Don't get caught in this. You're better than that. Don't get emotional about it either. Just see the trap. Yeah, they have not even reversed 100 yet, and it's just they're gonna push it and over exaggerate the price on both sides, and that's what we're seeing right now. So if we're looking at a break, then come back to the middle of the range. We almost have to see a whole 200 NT Rinko reversal for us to kind of start even thinking short. But at a minimum, getting the 100 NT to disconnect from this is required for a short, especially in a market that's doing this. And we have in 2 minutes we have some news, so we're gonna. That's what. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they can take your money very quickly if you're on the wrong side. That's for damn sure. Shake it off, buddy. Shake it off. You got this. Okay, target is hit. Next target is 841. I mean, they're ruthless here. When the 200 and the 100 are in sync on one direction, that's the direction we take, and that kind of puts you in a position to avoid counter trending when the market is persistent like this. And it's a very persistent market. It takes a direction and just grind and grinds. It's not even a grind, it's just shooting up and shooting down. Like it's almost going to be a V recovery here. Yeah, and that's what I'm waiting on. I'm really just I'm missing a lot of price action, but it's just I rather miss and wait for the news to see what they're doing here. Give me a second. Okay, so here comes that news, top of the hour, half an hour. I know, isn't it crazy, Adam? That's just couple of 100 points down, couple of 100 points back up. It's a wild one. They're retesting. So they broke a captain setup, two switch trades, and a retest. So if we start breaking anything under that 80, the market would be out of sync. Here we go. All right. Market is out of sync. We're testing harmony zone number 2. Now let's see. Let's see what they got going on here. So if they retest here and give me a higher low like they just did right now, I need to start looking at it from the long perspective for a push into the 90 and the 800. Okay. That's not what you want to see necessarily. That's a bit weaker. Nope. Okay. Market now is in sync on the short side. So they did not really hold that harmony zone number 2. So now the shorts are back into play. The market is in sync on the short side. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Let's look for a signal. If they give it to us. I mean, look how they dumped it. So ran all the shorts out of town and then sucked in all these longs, and now they're just taking it right back down. So in the bigger picture, what did they do? Look at that. They got as close to the opening range as they could, and then they faded it back in the direction of the trend. Target is about to get hit. 691 now, 66 and a quarter. We've heard that number before, right? So the market is coming back to revisit some of these numbers. Let's see. We need a bit of a rally, and we could get involved. market is out of sync again. Now we're retesting harmony zone number 2. Let's see if this one acts a bit different and gives us a high and a lower high. No, look at that. That is something else. Okay, so a reversal here. That's a lot of volatility, yep. See, you're not getting multiple tests of harmony zone number 2. It just literally sliced right through it. Testing harmony zone number 1 now and responding. Let's see if we can get a buy right here. Yeah. No, I get it. I mean, that's a higher low. I mean, that's a good spot for an N. Market is in sync on the long side, but I want to see more out of this price action. Like on a first touch basis, like just right when it ran into the zone, yeah. It's not a bad bet, be honest with you, but the volatility is just a little bit too much today. Target is hit. Next target is 791. Next target is 816. Okay. Let's see if we get into the 60s and the 50s. Let me just get in here. I'm gonna take that. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I took it right here. Yeah, obviously it had more potential to go higher, but that's fine. Scalped it for about 5 points. Let's see if I can get another one in. Nope. No. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I'm gonna take it again. That's scalp. That's fine. I mean, we're up like 122 bucks on that. But let's see. Let's look for another spot that is gonna hold a little bit longer. Yeah, that's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much right there. You got a captain set up short on the 100. Like right here, it needed to kind of progress a little bit better. That is violent. Look at this one. I'm glad I got the hell out of that one. Look at that. Captain set up short on the 100. We've seen these being very productive signals. But this one happened so quickly. I mean, we flash sold all of this. Yeah, now that's your favorite now? Zone 1? If they react very well to it. I mean, the key is when you get a zone and they're putting a high and a lower high. I mean, that's what kind of gets us excited. No. Excuse me. We're looking at a retest of harmony zone number 2. So now we're there. Let's see how they're gonna handle it. I mean, here we go. So that's what we want to see. Yep. Now let them go back up and retest it with a lower high, if they're kind enough. Well, that's your lower high. I was hoping to get into the zone. Okay. That's a short behavior. Market is back in sync on the short, so we need to look for a short signal right now. I mean, you got one spot. I can be brave and just do this, and what is that, 46 or 55? Let me see if I can get 53. Yeah. There's a bit of fast rejection, so that's a good thing. Whoa. Can I get 53 half? It's a bit of a grinding price. Let's see. 53 half. Nope. 53, 63, 73. Yeah, 73. No fill on that one. I'd like to sell. I'd like to get short. You get the market in sync on the short side. You're getting a captain set up short right here. I just don't want to like. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wow. What, 73 already or 70? My quotes are a little bit behind now. I'm at 40. Come on. Like I don't know where I'm at right now, to be honest with you. I'm at 48. 37. I'm gonna just go ahead and take it. Well, yeah, my quotes are behind. So I flatted that trade. It got very close to my target. My target was 30. It's still a profitable trade. It's just less profitable. We got very violent here. I made a point. Okay, so let's get busy here because I mean they're testing harmony zone number 2 and they're really putting on the pressure in and around that zone. Let's see if I can get in again and hold on to it. Let's get to the 55.60. Man, it's too much. Okay, they're gonna come and get me now. I'm gonna take the stop. I'm gonna take the stop on this. We'll see if we can get back in harmony zone number 2. It's getting retested very well, to be honest with you. Market is out of sync. If they put one more candle lower, let's see if I can get. Here we go. I need to push lower, lower, lower. Come on, come on. Thank you. That's a 20-point trade. That puts us back in the positive on that account, which is good. I just had to kind of take my stop from this one and try again. Let's see if we can do it again, because what the market is doing is just visiting and revisiting this level. I mean, we don't want to overstay our welcome, but okay, let's see it. Let's one more time. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. You could do it. Thank you. That's another 20 points. Same exact spot. So that's the 40 points in a 20-point range right there. Hey, David. How are you, buddy? Good morning. All right. We're. That's right. That's always puts a smile on my face. If you're looking at the 50 NT Rinko, you're getting a captain setup and a switch trade. So that's it's telling you that the market is kind of congested here, ready for a short again and again and again. Look at that. That's the key here, is that harmony zone number 2 is showing that multiple attempts at it, that it's holding. I mean, here you go. We could have tried it one more time. You never want to overstay your welcome, but target is 691. So we have a lot of distance to that target. Yeah, we have a target of 691, and then we have targets lower that could get us to the 650s. And then you can tag the lows. Let's take a look here what they're doing. Look at this distribution. And we know the location. So, I mean, that's the harmony zone number 2 over here. But look at that. That's a captain setup switch trade. You came and retested it. And then you put a captain long here that you broke. So you got short signal, another good short signal, which is a switch trade. Then you got a long that produced but got violated. So now you have short, short, and short. So that whole distribution area is going to be a pivot point for the remainder of the day right here. That whole zone. So if we come to it, test it, and fade back in, that tells you that we're about to take a second leg into selling that could take us all the way down to 650. And you're starting to see the signs of it right here. If you get 580, you're going to get 550. I mean 650. Oh, you're looking you're going all the way down to 500s. Okay, yeah. 580, which is the lows. Yeah, I mean, you're making a lower high here. So the key is going to be the neutral zone. So the neutral zone, which is the distance between zone 1 and 2, as long as that holds, we're going to get multiple push lower. Look at that. Market is out of sync right here. And we're getting a push. Wow. Like right here, we should see a little bit of a push down to the 60s. Or not. Damn, that was fast. It's a wild one. It's a wild market. Damn. That's wicked. Target is 841. I mean, they reversed it right here with this 200 reversal. I mean, that's just a that was a quick one. I mean, we had a shot at that 80 to go back down to 60. Market was not having it, and there's momentum here, and we're breaking that back up to 841. So they're spending some time in this zone. Back to that chart. That's an area where the shorts needed to hold, and especially around that 80, right? And we tested, and now they took out all the stops right above it. Most likely it's going to stop and turn back in now. Okay. Here we come again. Testing harmony zone number 2. Okay. I mean, that tested well. Damn, that tested well. That tested well. They're testing it well here against this harmony zone number 2. Yeah, this market is something else here today. Testing harmony zone number 1. So they tested 2 very well, and now they're testing multiple tests of harmony zone number 1. And the market is in sync on the long side, so that's kind of the direction I have to be kind of concerned about. There you go. What is this market, man? They keep trying. They keep trying up there. They keep trying. I mean, they're stuck between that 83 and the 15s. A whole lot of choppiness going on too. Oh, you took 30 points from harmony zone number 2. Yeah, it's not a bad spot. Testing and retesting. Yeah, the shorts in order for the shorts to take control, at a minimum we have to break 66, because that retests harmony zone number 2, and then depending on how well that happens, we'll get into multiple rotations on the downside. But if we continue to hold on to harmony zone number 1, then they're gonna run the stops all the way up to 850. And 850 is the bottom end of the opening range. Here comes that 50. Yeah, I mean, it was just too choppy. I mean, getting out Becca is not necessarily a bad a bad thing. It's always, once you look back, it's like, oh my lord, look at that! I got my 60 points, my 80 points, about 100 points. Yeah, but what were the signs? The first sign is them holding harmony zone number 2 with multiple tests. Then what's the second sign? Is them coming into harmony zone number 1 and just relentlessly buy into it. So the market was in sync, and that was the behavior. Then, a run up to the 50 is what they would do next to run the stops. And now you're taking it right into the middle of the opening range right here. There's two of them, one at the 18 and one at the 70. So that's a stopping area for them. That whole zone all the way to up to 914 is a bit of a resistance to any price action going higher. But you want to see the reversal. You want to see, like right here, like literally right here, sellers coming in. I'm going to take a shot at it. And it's going to be a scalp. Oof. You push to 55. And I'll take it there. And probably I gave it away. I probably gave it away right here. by taking it. But I mean, I'm going to take the scalp up here because I'm going against the 200 and the 100. So, but I mean, I recognize where we at location wise and recognize that this is a spot where they typically will just settle into. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Gordy. That rally took you out. Yeah, it was a rough one, man. No, I get it. So the minute there's a couple of hints in along the way that we were talking. Look at that now. Jesus, loving Christ. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta stick around in these things. Oh, I'm sorry, Gordy. I didn't know. Should not have assumed, right? My apologies. Okay, Gordy. So you're. I mean, look what just happened here, right? And we got short perfect. Like I mean, it couldn't have been more perfect on that one, you know. Not that perfection is what we're looking for, but that was a good one, and just based on that idea, right? And look where they took it, and then boom. And when I got out of it, I was like, man, I know I'm getting out of here a little bit too early. But that's fine. I mean, money's money. I'll take it. I could repeat it and try to stick around a little bit longer next time. Now the market is in sync on the short side. Excellent, 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 excellent. That's a short right here. Hmm. Yeah, I know, Gordy. They're thieves today. They are thieves. They took your trade off of you this time, but you'll get him. Let's go get him now. Testing harmony zone number 1. Market is out of sync, so the market keeps going in sync, out of sync, in sync, out of sync. Yeah, they got the short here. They're shorting it right here. Captain set up short right there. Retesting harmony zone number 1. Market is out of sync. How is Sheila doing? Marty, are you okay, buddy? Okay. That's manageable. Let's get him, buddy. Let's get him. So the market put a cluster. This is important actually. Now you have a captain set up short, then captain set up long and a short right here in sequence. So you're getting a distribution level between the 05 and the 95. If that holds, we should see the next target of 741. So if we make another lower high, then that should set us up. Yeah, we need to see a lower high, not a break above 805. '70 NT Rinko is getting really choppy, so watch out for that one. Yeah, okay. Testing harmony zone number 2. Good for them. All right, let's see if we can find us a sell signal here. I mean, they put the captain set up short, rolled it over, came to the almost to reversal point, and came in and retested. So what does that mean? That means they're still considering Harmony Zone number 2 as a distribution area. It's just I mean, we cannot break anything over the 30 right now. Where we at is a place where they could buy it. So you want to almost see a little bit higher prices and then a lower high. And if we get a lower high, well, here you go. Things are moving fast. That's a lower high. And that will lead to a push below 800. And then we can get C90 and 80. Here comes the 800. Six prong captain setup short that they just put on. So that's another positive thing on the short side. And you're breaking that now into the 90s. And then you're going to get a follow through. So the shorts are coming back in. I mean, look at that. Market is in sync on the short side. And the big target is 41. Big distance between where we at and 41. But that is the distance that the market is looking to cover. We'll reevaluate that short if we break anything over 30. 30 is something that we need to avoid. Back to this chart, right? We hit the middle of the range, came back in at 54. Then you have a lower high. And now you're retesting. You break 70s and 60s. You're going to get another move lower. But, you know, this market is just, this is an area where they buy it. And once you go into the opening range, they're putting a high and a lower high. So in essence, the market is kind of stuck in a range. But that range favors the shorts on rallies. Nice, 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 nice. That's very nice. Very nice rejection. Yeah, we are in a channel, but see that rejection. Beautiful. Are you in it? That's a short. That's a nice one. Oh, here you go. You're gonna make your 60 points, Becca. Hey, Steven. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Because it's very like the market is very. It just like it spins on a dime and it just goes. So I mean, like exactly like right there. I mean, I hate for them to break you even on a trade that's just so profitable, but because I think that's what they're about to do here. Yeah, excellent, Steven. Good job, buddy. Testing harmony zone number two again. I mean, that's a high and a lower high. I mean, you're getting a captain setup on the 100 too. So that's just look at that. I don't. I mean, that's just a buy signal right there by definition, right? Unless they break the 75s. I mean, you're getting a whipsaw sideways price action. I mean, that kind of literally confirms it too. How do I want to handle this? We have distribution zones, we have accumulation zones. My job today is to figure out which one is which and kind of position myself accordingly. We have multiple, anywhere we go into the 15, 20 to 6 to 70, you're getting a 50-point range where the market just dumps. And when you come to these lower ranges, you're coming in and you're buying them. So look at that right now. They're reversing the 100. You hardly see that behavior. That's a very rare, less than 5% of the time the market does this on these big charts. So if we start breaking anything under that 80, I think you'll speed up into the 60s, and a new wave of shorts will come in. Okay. On the rare odd chance that you get a 6-prong captain set up long, you have to break 817, and that will put me in a position where I'm going to have to start buying this thing. So two things got to happen. You break under the 80, shorts are coming back. You break above 1617, that is a big buy signal in the form of a captain setup, 6-prong captain setup. Very rare to see it on a big chart, but if it does happen, that is my reaction. Anything in between, really the market's so choppy here, I am better off kind of just waiting. And it favors the shorts because the market is in sync on the short side. So it's almost like the longs have to prove themselves. they're testing. So I mean, whenever they start wicking like this, I mean, you see that wick, Gordy. I mean, that just tells me that it's distribution. It's just a lot of distribution against harmony zone number two. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a lower high 5. They start breaking anything under 70. I mean, it's just a world of pain for longs. They'll start picking taking out the 60s, and the 60s will lead to the 40s. Then panic will set in. But that 8 has to hold, and it's holding so far. The 20s, which is harmony zone number 2, needs to hold, and that so far is holding. But I'm keeping my head on a swivel on this market because of this type of behavior. As we go into, you know, the Thanksgiving holidays, as we approach it, you're going to get these type of patterns. I mean, I've seen it years after years after years of trading. The market kind of settles down in a range and start playing around with it. And when they break it, they make sometimes big moves, but majority of the time they break and come back, and they break and come back. So I got to keep that pattern in my head and wait. Like you didn't want to. We didn't want to see the 800 break anyway, you know, because that takes you back up to harmony zone number 2. I'm being very picky in this market right here because I really want to see that break. Either you go above 820 or you go under the 770. In between, it's a chop fest. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Okay. 6 pound captain set up long. That's what they made a choice on. I mean, that's all I wanted to hear from the market. They just make a damn decision what you want to do. Break the 41. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis, and you would have a massive move of support. And that got hit. But, you know, we say that, then we come into the opening range, and the opening range is a place of distribution. So accumulation, distribution, back and forth. So you test harmony zone number 1, like the 800, 810, 815. That may put us in a position to buy. Target is 866 and a quarter. Damn. 65 is coming up. Boom. Hit. Pullbacks are buyable on a swing trade basis, and these pullbacks are not big at all. Next target is 91. Look where we at now. That's a resistance. That's the same area that led to the pullback. And the odds are they're going to run it over. Okay? Then you have the 920, which is the mid of this opening range. That whole zone between the 870 to the 920 is a resistance area. But you have a base and pullbacks are buyable. That's the direction I'm taking. Till proven otherwise, where would I change my mind or the structure of the market changes in a meaningful way? The 100 NT Rinko needs to be under 840. It breaks that, or actually to be kind of more specific, like if we start going 820 and not bouncing, then the odds are we're going to have a deeper pullback into harmony zone number 2. I have a feeling that we're not going to see that, but it's just on the outside chance that we do see that. That's the last line of defense for the price structure, because it's the base, the top end of the captain setup that built this move up. So you almost have to break 805 for this bullish behavior to change. And right now the market is just pullbacks, buying the pullbacks. Okay, so the market is out of sync here. Testing harmony zone number 1, support. Cloud shifted here, but we still can oscillate. The market is out of sync, so I mean they're taking a pause. I get it, expected. Let's go back to this. Look how they're reacting. Okay. That high, lower high, right into the middle of the range, broke it just slightly to run stops, and they pulled it back. Okay. It's a choppy one, I know. It's a minefield, and we're just kind of walking through that minefield, trying to figure out not get tripped by it. But we got them. No worries, we got them. It's ultimately the market is more sideways than trending, because you keep getting this in sync out of sync behavior, and then you're getting multiple um, 200 NT wrinkle reversals, and it reverses back. So a behavior that's typical of a non-committed market that's reaching closer to a holiday. How do we trade that? Uh, Scalping is better than looking for a big move. Testing harmony zone number 1 and 2 are a very good ones on a second retest, because that gives you that fade in the direction of the trend, the immediate trend on the 200. And under trading this environment with a minimum number of contracts, you know, helps you keep your sanity in a market that looks like this. we're noticing the slow price action too here. And that favors longs. So the market is doing okay, switch trade into a run, and you're doing a lot of railroad longs here. So you're coming into the middle of the range and reversing, reversing, reversing. So that is a bullish behavior. Okay, you took that sell, that short. Okay. You still in it? Market is out of sync here. Gordy came from my stop. Are we having Gordy versus Becca thing going on here? That's funny. All right, market is out of sync, and we're sitting here with a lower high and testing harmony zone number one. Zone number one is holding up so far, but you're definitely getting a two-sided market. All right, excellent, excellent. Target is hit. Next target is 916 and a quarter. Safe, how are we doing today, buddy? David, any improvements? Okay, I mean, as long as you really kind of get paid out of the account, then the next step is just kind of getting into multiple. All right, take care, Gordy. Good job today. No, I get it, but it's important for you to collect money out of these accounts, right? Because that's just your effort and all the hard work that you're putting in. And some accounts are gonna blow up. I get it. I think the key is once you get a payout, almost act like if it's an account that needs to like cut your size and put a week between your payout and what I'm trying to say is just like immediately after you take the payout, cut your size to get some of this emotion off of you. I one of the accounts that I had, I think I got all the way up to 6 payouts in, and what I've done in that one is simply just to, you know, I get the payout, my account it goes from four grand, to 2,100, and then I cut my size down to micro, and my goal is to get to 3 grand with micro, and once I get there, I start going back in size. So this way, the most critical period is right after you get paid out of an account. It you For me at least, I become a little bit too loose with my trades right in that time frame, because I feel like, hey, listen, I got paid on it, I don't care, let me just go and see like my impulsive nature will start coming in right after that. So to work around my imperfections, I just cut size and just put a week between my payout and my trading, and that slows me down to where I start grinding and growing the account back up. And once I get to 3 grand again, you just the you start it starts to click. Yeah, that's it. The through my history of trading, my biggest losses came after my biggest wins, and that's because the mindset shifts. You almost like you start thinking, I'm trading in this account with the house's money, which is true, but that leads to recklessness from my part. So I'm like, okay, if that is my bad behavior, how do I counter it? So right after I get a payout, I cut my size and frequency, and I put a week in, and I try to get to 3 grand or close to it, just put on good trades. Then, that emotion has passed. And what could work for you may be different. Maybe not trading that account completely for a week and then come back and revisit it with lower volume of trades and lower size. I mean, that could be an adjustment that could work for you. What you're describing, Safe, is an absolutely psychological switch. So the good news is you're recognizing the switch, and the better news is now you have a tool that you could use to kind of mitigate it. That's literally what it is. You're playing with the house money. You feel like, hey, you beat the casino, and let's go big. So you become reckless. It's almost like a relief valve that a person has, and it got diffused, it got released, and now you're not really watching your discipline, you're not watching your risk, you're not watching your frequency, you're not watching all these things that got you to the payout because you feel like, hey, I got there. So so the process could be you get a payout, take a week off from that account, come back with half your size, and uh, make good decisions within the next week to get you to 3 grand, and then just kind of keep building and building and building. So that could be step one, step two, step three, and that will kind of fix that problem, or put a stopgap that will prevent that habit from kind of taking you out of these accounts. Yeah, I mean that's kind of in many ways what I do here. It's just it takes the pressure off, doesn't it, Becca? One account at a time. You put a trade. You either make 200 or lose 200. If you make 200, do another a trade with more size. Go for a bigger, go for another target. See if you can make it to 600. And, if it doesn't work, you lost 200 and you move on to the next account. You mitigate risk, and you're not the most important part, you're not emotionally invested in the in the life of one account. That is just the big thing, I think, for me, is what happens in one account is not important. Like, it's not gonna affect me. The consequences of one trade is inconsequential. I either make 200 or lose 200. What's the big deal here? The big deal is if you are down in an account and you fight and you want to get it back, and then you end up blowing an account. The only reason I'm doing that, or anybody would do that, is because they're emotionally invested in the survival of that one account. But if you trade one account at a time, you're not invested in that account. It's just a simple 200 plus 200 negative 200. You move on to the next account. Then you move on to the next account. Yeah. So that's that's a lot of it is emotional management through account management and sizing. And the goal here is to be emotionally detached. So let's take a look here. We got ourselves a retest of the middle of the range on the opening range. So that's the mid, which is the 1617. The market is stopping here. Break anything over 25, you're going to get another continuation run up to 40s, and 60s is the top end of that range. Well, congratulations, Safe. I mean, you just celebrate, celebrate your wins. This is not a perfect business. You identify the problem and you reverse engineer it. You say, okay, well, I'm struggling. I get a payout. Well, guess what? You're part of the 5% that actually makes any money in trading. If you got yourself a payout, most people don't get a payout. So that is a huge plus. Like, celebrate that more than anything else. And then you say, hey, listen, I'm optimizing now. I'm looking to optimize. Once I get a payout, I blow the account. How can I reverse engineer that? Now you have a tool that it helps you slow down, and slowing down preserves the account. And now you grow out of that one. You'll find out you have plenty other problems that you need to work through, because it's trading and never ends. Another push. Didn't realize it's 11:05 right now, so up on 6 accounts and down slightly on 3. So positive day across the board, for the most part. I'll take that as a win. And we will do this again tomorrow. So Thursday, that's the day, the 27th, where we're going to be off. But tomorrow we're working. On Friday we're working. I'm going to take minimal breaks this holiday. So I'll be trading through most of December, because January I'm going on a vacation to Aruba. So I need to spend as much time trading as possible. Okay? And we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. All right, guys. Take care.